Hello everyone and welcome to the championship week for the Ninja Axle Racing League. Today we are at Southern National Motor Speedway for the races starting on pole. Already clinched the championship last weekend at Five Flags. Number 87 of Burger Joe. To his outside being number 86 of Chick Hicks. Starting in row number 2 on the inside, number 51 of Tyler Thompson. Into his outside, number 95, White McQueen. Strip Weathers in the 43 will start in 5th, and 6th will be Travis Coral in the number 4. 7th goes to Josh Wright in the number 22. And 8th, Tanner Rife in the 16. Donnie Baumgartner starts in 9th, and 10th will be the number 7 of Kevin Jones. Number 27 of Chase Marks will start in 11th, and Connor Ruda in the 17 will start in 12th. 13th is Josh Cutler, and riding out of your field in 14th is the number 57 of Reed Ware as they cycle back around, ready to get this racing started. Green flag is out. We're underway here at Southern National Motor Speedway for 70 laps in the mini stocks. As Burger Joe leads us down into turn 1, but Chick Hicks has not turn 1, turn 3. Now down into turn 1 here for lap number 2. Chick Hicks though has a better jump around the outside, as Chick Hicks will find his way to the lead. As it looks like Lightning McQueen's struggling out there on the outside, Burger Joe will now try and chase down number 86 of Chick Hicks. As further on in the back here, Lightning McQueen struggling to get past on the outside lane, as Tyler Thompson has cleared him for 3rd. And Travis Coro now also trying to work his way around the number 95. He'll look high, not able to get any run there. But right now, Strip Weathers and Light McQueen battling it out for the number 4 position, as they'll both be clear now. Travis Coro's Josh Wright to his inside. Light McQueen looks back to the outside of the number 43 machine. Travis Coro trying to keep his car ahead and send it, as there he goes, he puts it down in under the number 95, and he'll look underneath number 43 as they're looking 3 wide up ahead, as Travis Coro trying to go by for 5th. Burger Joe to the outside of Chick Hicks. This is for the race lead here early on. Burger Joe, as he looks to clear out down into off the corner and back into 1, as Travis Coro and Strip Leather is now trying to catch up to the back of these guys. Tyler Thompson also up in the mix, as Light McQueen struggling there on the outside lane. As there goes Burger Joe to the lead, should be clear, as down in turn 1 he will clear himself. And now the number 43 of Strip Weathers will look to try and make a move on number 86 machine. Travis Coro now trying to get past Tyler Thompson, but also maybe sending it 3 wide on the 43 machine, as Josh Wright also catches up to the back of these guys. Burger Joe running away with this one. As it'll be interesting to see. I did not check earlier on if these guys would need to pit or not. My preseason testing was not this long, but there might be some green flag pit stops. I know the late models definitely will not have to, but I don't know about the mini stocks, as we still have an 80 lapper and the 100 lapper here to go tonight. Number 51 of Tyler Thompson is clear, but back behind them is the number 4, Travis Coral, battling with the number 22, Josh Wright. As for our summer season, well, spring season actually for AI, these guys are going into super late models, and the number 22 of Josh Wright is transferring over to number 44 in that series. So, hope to see some exciting racing out of super late models. And I've made it so that we should be seeing more caution than those, but those are also quite a bit longer, as they're like double late models on any normal night. And we had the 2 tracks where there was at least 4 cautions in preseason testing, but they were on a lot higher lap count than what we have, so should be some good racing. Kevin Jones here now, rocking out in front as we start to single file out here. Connor Ruda stuck on the outside lane, not really finding much speed, is off of 4 there. Big run for the 17 team. As Connor Ruda will look to clear out of 4. Connor Ruda will clear, but now leave the lane open for Reed Ware, and Kevin Jones will be clear of Reed Ware. Kevin Jones does have another race to run after this one, as he'll be in the number 49 for the Street Stocks. As next season he'll just be running one division. I think he's planning on selling this number 7 mini stock just so he can move up into number 49 so he just has one car to worry about, because running both cars seems to have him struggling here, as Landon McQueen's struggling real bad as he's done all season here in these mini stocks, as he's waiting for the actual stock car appearance. He decided he's not going to run the super late model season though. We still have about 3-4 cars that need to get their car, 3 to 4 people that need to get their cars in and ready to go for that season. So that'll be here up in a week or so, maybe a couple weeks just for that. And then we'll be starting off with our summer season, which will be longer and should be more exciting, as Connor Ruda now trying to work his way around the outside here with some speed, as he'll find himself in front of Josh Cutler, trying to get around number 16 of Reed Ware. Not Reed Ware, Tanner Reif. As Ruda in the 17 will be looking to clear off of 4, I think, because 4 is his better corner, as we'll see by the runoff here. Reed Ware did get past number 7 Kevin Jones, as Ruda in the 17 Connor Ruda will clear there, as let's go check up in on our front runners. Chick Hicks and Burger Joe still going at it here. As Chick Hicks looking to make any move he can on the number 87 machine. As the cars behind them are starting to fall back a little bit. The biggest gap is between Chase Marks and Landon McQueen, as there's a 3-second gap between them. So they have some work to do. Let's actually go run that through the field here. Tyler Thompson's is 3rd. 4th is number 43 is Chip Leathers. Josh Wright sits 5th. 6th is Travis Coral, and 7th. We have a battle going on here between Donnie Baumgartner and number 27 Chase Marks here for the number 7 position. Chase Marks trying to get around on that outside lane, as we'll see what the number 27 here can do here, as they are going to be losing time to the race leader the more they battle it out. As Baumgartner holding strong. Well, actually, they're just going to be losing time to Travis Coral, and Lightning McQueen will be catching them. As you still want to finish as high up in points as you can, even with this championship already being locked up by Burger Joe. You want to try and get yourself up as high as you can in those point standings. As there goes Chase Marks up into 7th, Donnie Baumgartner. Lightning McQueen found his groove as he's rolling back in 9th. 10th is Connor Root as he's trying to reel in the number 95 machine. Josh Cutler leads the cars outside of the top 10. Behind him in 11th is Tanner Ripe, and Reed Ware and Kevin Jones still going at it back here for 13th and 14th. As big pressure from the number 86 on the 87 machine, as this would be a white flag in a normal race, but they're just coming up to halfway to go once they reach the line this time. As Burger Joe taking his car around this track too, though halfway done with this one. 35 complete, 35 to go. Burger Joe trying to lead as many laps as he can in this one and just secure this championship even more. He already won it last week as the only race that has a championship decider is the late model division, as there are 4 cars that have potential to win that one. Matthew Duda, Hannah Santi, Timmy Tommy, and I believe Ariel Benoit are all 4 in contention to win championship coming into today's race. So we'll see how that one goes. But right now, Burger Joe and Chick Hicks battling it out here for the number 1 position. As we're about to complete our normal street stock length here in a couple laps. As Burger Joe in the number 87 machine will hold off the 86 here, running a little bit lower the line down the front stretch, but just staying out in front. As you saw there, the field is actually starting to stack up a little bit behind them. He runs higher in the corners and then has a more shallow line off. That time he was a lot higher on the track. They're running higher in the corner, as that's going to allow Chick Hicks to get in underneath him. Chick Hicks going for the lead here around the inside, as we have already completed 40 laps in this one. 30 to go. And the laps just keep ticking off quicker and quicker here. Number 87 of Burger Joe battling hard on outside to keep that number 1 position, but Chick Hicks wants to secure his spot in 2nd, I believe. He's battling for 2nd points right now with some other drivers, but I have no idea who they are. I can't remember, as I should have done a quick recap over the points in my head before looking at this, or have a sheet. I'll get that for the Super Late Model season so we can keep up with all points and stuff. As right now, Burger Joe and Chick Hicks battling has brought in the 4 cars behind them into range to start making a move, as Burger Joe will clear Chick Hicks. There is now Strip Leathers in number 43, going around outside of Tyler Thompson here. Travis Core will be looking to do the same thing, as he's way outside there, as Chick Hicks back in underneath the number 87 machine. As Travis Coro also back here, trying to work his way back up into the top 5. Tough start to the season for the 4 team. Strong second half, tough first half. As the first 3 races, I think he finished outside the top 10. really hard to claw your way back, especially when Burger Joe went. I think he finished first, and second in those 3 races. But after that, he's been up inside the top 7 for most of the races, as he clears number 22, Josh Wright. About to take what would be the white flag for our late model division, as we are on lap number 50 here. As once those 2 run single file, they just start pulling away way faster than any of these other cars, as Burger Joe will definitely be moving up in the off season here. As he said, he is moving up into the late model division. He is skipping right over street stocks and going straight up into the late models, as he's already got that car ready, and he's changing numbers to number 27, as Chase Marks has 27 in this. And Burger Joe moving over into the 27. I think he's gonna have someone else run for him, run his Burger King street stock, because I don't think he's selling it. I think he's just hiring someone to come and run it for him, as you can see how strong that machine is. As back behind them, Tyler Thompson, Strip Leathers, Travis Coral, and Josh Wright all battling out, as Chase Marks starts reeling them in. So we could have a 7-way battle for the lead here. Also, whoever wins this race will go into the record books as being the first driver to ever win the mini stock 7. I need to think of a name for it, but the only race where we have double the length in the mini stocks, as they'll go down in the history books with that, as Burger Joe already went down in history last week, becoming the first driver to win the NARL Mini Stocks Championship, as he's just securing that, as he already got his first in points. He is looking for first in every category. As laps led, he has dominated this season. He thinks this will be his 5th win on the season if he collects this win. As we're going to be coming up on 10 to go here shortly, as this race has flown by here in the mini stocks. Connor Rudo in 9th. 10th is Lightning McQueen, as Connor Rudo did catch him and get by. Josh Cutler pulled away from Kevin Jones, Reed Ware, and Tanner Rife. Tanner Rife struggling here in the 16, as we might actually see lap traffic here in the mini stocks for the first race. But will they have enough time to catch number 16 of Tanner Rife? If they battle again, they probably won't. But here, you can just see Burger Joe's running a little bit higher of a line through 1 and 2. Not 1, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 than Chick Hicks is. And I think that's helping him carry more speed off. As you can see, the gap between them starts to grow a little bit. As back behind them is still single file. As we have hit 10 to go. Now at the line. We just hit 10 to go. And they're within a couple seconds of the number 16 machine. As you can just see how fast number 87 and 86 machines are, because of the distance they put over those other guys. When they were battling, the 4 behind them caught up, but now that they're single file and rolling around this track, they have put themselves up a second over the 3rd. As surprisingly, this still won't be the biggest gap we've seen over the top 10, as Lightning McQueen's still within 10 seconds. As we actually saw some races where 6th place on back were outside 10 seconds back from the leader, and with 6th place on back, only really one driver here with coming to 6 to go there at the line is within that 10-second mark back from the leaders, as they start to catch Tanner Rife here. As everyone's found the groove, they just start rolling these cars more consistently around the corners. 5 to go now for the number 87 machine. As let's get a quick look at this battle back for fourth. As Travis Coral looks outside of number 51 of Tyler Thompson. As Travis Coral will not be able to keep it down outside of number 51 machine. He will almost cut off number 22, Josh Wright. As there he goes, back into his position there in fifth. As he tries to hold on to this one, like McQueen, really the only one in the top 5 to lose major positions. Actually in this whole race to lose major positions, I believe, other than maybe Tanner Rife. Yeah, he also lost 6. But coming up here to 2 to go at the line, we might not even see lap traffic here. Lap traffic be lapped, but it will play a factor into it. It looks like as we're coming to white flag here. As we go around 3 and 4 for one more time. White flag is out for the number 87 machine of Burger Joe. Will this cause him to lose the race? Burger Joe looks to the inside of Tanner Rife. Not can get there. He'll actually slow up a little bit. Tanner Rife will hold on to being on the lead lap. Burger Joe wins it. Second, Chick Hicks. Third, Strip Leathers. Fourth will be Tyler Thompson. Fifth, Travis Coral. Sixth, Josh Wright. Seventh, Chase Marks. Eighth will be the number 18 of Donnie Baumgartner. Ninth, the number 9 is Connor Ruda. 10th is Leighton McQueen. 11th, Josh Cutler. 12th, Kevin Jones. And then 13th is the number 57, Reed Ware. Running airfield in 15th. Almost going one lap down, but just had enough laps to stay on the lead lap. The number 16 of Tanner Rife. As we saw earlier, Burger Joe already clinched the championship. He's already in his hauler because it's AI, but we'll be right back here with some street stock action and who finishes second and third in the points. And some of Burger Joe's stats actually on the season. Let me just get this other one ready here. As here we are with some of the stats. Burger Joe, 252 points on the season, 2 poles, and he has 5 wins out of 10 starts. He finished top 10 in all the races. The only other driver to do that was Connor Ruda in the number 17. 2 drivers out of top 9. As Chick Hicks actually finished 5th in the standings, Chase Marks 2nd, and Strip Leathers 3rd. Top 5s, Tyler Thompson, Richard Petty, Burger Joe, all at 7. Laps led on the season, as we can see, Burger Joe had 50 laps more led over his second, Connor Ruda, Kevin Jones, and then another 30 back to Chick Hicks, Donnie Baumgartner, Chase Marks. And Travis Coral only led 3 laps all season. As this was fairly clean, there was only 1 caution, I believe, all season. As we'll be right back here after street stock qualifying. got qualifying over with. Starting on pole is the number 60 of Brendan Logano. The number 83 of Stacy Kuhn, who clinched up the championship, I think 2 weeks ago, will start off in second. Third will be the number 1 of Joey Kane. Fourth, the number 67 of Connor Hale. She had a really bad first half of the season. In the second half of the season, he picked up a win and a couple top fives here. See how this race goes for him. Denny Fincham starts in 5th. 6th is Casey Hamrick. 7th, AJ Smith. 8th will be Gary Cooper in the number 22. 9th is Corey Elliott in the number 5. Ray Hamlin in the 15th will start in 10th. 11th is the number 58 of Zane Watson. 12th is the number 95 of Paul Thompson. Kevin Jones, who just came out of that mini stock, will start in 13th. 14th, Jamie Day. Running airfield in 15th is Tyler Kuhn as they get ready to go racing here for 80 laps here at Southern Nationals. Pace car pulls off, green flags out. Brendan Logano and Stacy Kuhn lead us to turn 1. Into turn 1, Brendan Logano seems to have a little bit of run, but will he be able to keep it? As Brendan Logano and Stacy Kuhn still battling out, as these cars are a lot more matched here in their respective lanes. Connor Hale starting to fall back a little bit from the number 83 machine. But behind him, it's really dropped off from Casey Hammer. As Stacy Kuhn will cut off the nose of the number 60 machine. Oh, Brendan Logano will do a switchback to the outside. As Brendan Logano will look to take over the number 1 position once again. As this race gets going here. Can't wait to see all the battling that happens in this one. We'll hope to get some names for these races here. But the number 83s, these cars running side by side, are pulling away from 5th on back somehow while running side by side. Connor Hale not as fast as he was earlier on in this one to keep it outside number 1. But will he be able to keep it there? As you can see how even these lanes are. Stacy Kuhn and Brendan Logano still battling it out here for first side by side. As Connor Hale tries to squeeze the number 4 machine of Denny Fincham there. As you see, Brendan Logano just barely pulling ahead of the number 83 machine. Will cut off the nose of the number of Stacy Kuhn. He did not like what Stacy did to him earlier on in the race, so he did it just right back to him. As now Stacy has number 1 of Joey Kane, who is outside, pulling up that pressure, letting Brendan Logano be able to pull away with this one. As there we go, Stacy Kuhn back clear of the 1. But the 1 will look back to the outside. Stacy Kuhn and Joey Kane battling it out here now. Connor Hale also trying to find his way around the number 4 of Denny Fincham. Get his way back up in the 4th. AJ Smith finding his way through on the bottom there in the background. But you can see Brendan Logano starts to pull away here. And Stacy Kuhn now clears. Joey Kane and Stacy Kuhn figured it out as now their single file for the top 3 for right now. Joey Kane looked back to outside. I don't think that's enough. As no, will not be. But Connor Hale and Denny Fincham battling out side by side here. Just some amazing action here in the street stocks. Hoping the late models are just the same way. as faster most of the time means a lot closer racing. Actually, slower means closer racing because there's less mistakes you have to do, but faster means the best of the best can really show their skills off in closed door racing here in the Ninja Axle Racing League. As number 67 and number 4 battle it out, right in front of them is number 1 and 83 still going out. Brandon Logano pulled himself up into a 2.2 second gap because all the pressure being put on the number 83 machine from the 1. As Connor Hale and Denny Fincham still running side by side. You can see the grooves from where all the cars' tires are at. You can see the outside groove starting to put some rubber down. As I don't think Connor Hill will be able to stay alongside the number 4. That's going to allow AJ Smith and number 88 to find his way to the inside. As Connor Hill has the pace, he just can't get that car rolling around the outside. That was a much better corner that time. As from his struggles early on in the season, he's trying to gain as many points, as many positions in the point standings as he can. So I think that was his whole goal come the second half of the season. As Connor Hill battling hard with the number 4 and 88 of Denny Fincham and AJ Smith, as here comes Casey Emmerich back up into the mix after his rough going on the outside lane. If we're looking 3 wide here from AJ Smith, maybe no, he does not go 3 wide. Connor Hale still holding him strong on the outside lane. Yeah, he's just losing positions. Denny Fincham will be clear here. He will not decide to go up the track though, as I saw quite a bit of space between him and Hale there. And now Hale's got a huge run down the front stretch. As did that number 67 machine start finding some speed around the outside. And will he be able to work his way around the number 4? Has the outside groove started to kick in and be more reliable, as here he comes again down the front stretches. We saw that in the last race with the number 17 of Conneruda. The outside lane was just that much better off of 4 than the inside. As there goes Connor Hale, as he gets right alongside the number 4 machine. Casey Emmerich not as fast as Connor Hale around the outside, as they're actually 6.5 seconds back, as this was talking about by Dominant. Those mini stocks were not that far ahead this early on. But right now, Connor Hale and Connor Hale, Denny Fincham, AJ Smith, all 8 seconds back of Brandon Logano. But he also put a 4.5 second gap over Stacey Kuhn and Joey Kane, who sit second and third. As we can see here, Connor Hale finding some speed on the outside lane, as he's starting to roll the outside lane much better. As we see his car actually be ahead of the 4 sometimes now. Whereas earlier on in this run, or earlier on in this battle, he just wasn't able to hold it there on the outside. As here he comes off of 4. This is what we're talking about. The outside lane has a much better run off of 4 than that inside lane. And that's why I think the number 87 of Burger Joe was rolling that middle groove there, just so he could get that little bit of a better run off the corners. AJ Smith will fall. Hale to the outside, as we'll actually go jump up to the battle second here. As Joey Kane, does he have the same amount of speed? Yes, he does. That's actually a wicked good run off of 4. It's just, can he hold it through 1 and 2 side by side with number 83? He's got to be about a nose ahead going into the corner. As this should be good, as he should be able to clear him by next lap, I think, unless he loses a whole bunch of time in 1 and 2. But the way he's rolling 3 and 4, should be no problem for this one to get ahead of Stacy Cahoon here soon. As that's what I'm talking about. That run out of 4 is lethal. He almost cut off the number 83, as this should do it, as that pinches down number 83's nose. Gives him a much better run as he'll clear into, no he will not, but he'll pinch down once again. And he'll clear off of 4. Yes he will, as Joey Kane will take over second from the number 83 machine. As now they'll both try and reel in Brendan Logano as a 6-second gap over them. And a 10-second gap over everyone behind. Connor Hale got by. But it took AJ Smith no time to get by the number 88 machine, as he obviously has some speed in that one. Further back, got Casey Hemrick and Corey Elliott battling it out here. As lap traffic actually coming up for the race leaders. Let's go jump back to the lap traffic battling here. As you can see, Tyler Cahoon and Jamie Day here battling right in front of your race leader of Brendan Logano. We'll see how Brendan Logano takes on this traffic, being over 6 seconds ahead of everyone else. Will he be able to just ride behind them, or will he be aggressive, move his way past them, and try and just not give anyone any hope that they can catch him? As Joey Keane does have a faster car than your champion, Daisy Kuhn, here in this one, at least early on, as he just took what would be 2 to go in a normal race for these guys. As here goes once again off of it, and that'll be white flag. He will look to clear Tyler Cahoon here and just work his way past all these lap cars. So let's go back to them. Joey Keane, Stacey Kuhn. And the top 6 have got rolling again. Is we got a big battle here from 7th on back to 12th, no, 11th. As Corey Elliott and Casey Hemrick battling it out here for the number 7 position. Which car will get the better run though, is my question. Casey Hemrick and Corey Elliott battling it out, with Paul Thompson, Zane Watson, Kevin Jones also getting in the mix here, as he's coming in to get that 11th position away from Ray Hamlin. As you can see here, number 58 machine just moving around the outside lane, trying to get past number 5. As this has been the best racing I think we've seen all season. Other than that, I'd probably say, yeah, this track is probably the best. As I believe, while I was doing some testing for the Super Late Model season, can't remember what track it was, but we got one of these tracks. There's some really good battling back and forth between all the drivers in the field. It's going to be much bigger, much more action to watch. As actually coming up on this battle up ahead, as you can see, Brendan Logano there now starting to come into the screen. So we're side by side from 7th to 13th on the field, and that has just put him so much further behind everyone else, as Corey Elliott trying to clear the number 58 of Casey Hemrick. Just not able to get speed, as that is a huge run from Casey Hemrick. He should clear into 1 and 2. Yes, he does. But will that allow Corey Elliott to also get clear? Elliott does not clear himself up to the outside. But will he this time, as he's got a bigger gap? Still not clearing himself to the outside. That might allow Paul Thompson in rank 5 to get to the outside. No, will not, as Elliott will be clear. As you see, Brendan Logano now rolling down the lane behind them. Working this lap traffic, as let's go jump over here with him. As you can see right here, Brendan Logano now in the midst of all the lap cars. And second place, Joey Kane is not yet caught 15th. So if he gets caught up too bad here, and they start slowing up, these lap cars do, that could bring in the 1 and 83 back into this mix. But with the speed this number 60 has here late in the season, I believe this will be 2 wins in a row. With how dominant that number 60 machine has been, and I think that's going to secure him second in points. I believe Stacey Kuhn has around 3 or 4 wins on the season. Not quite as much as Burger Joe, I don't think. Because Burger Joe has an absolute dominant season. I don't even think we have a late model driver that has 3 wins on the season yet. So, it'll be exciting in that one, especially since all those drivers have at least 1 win. I think 3 of them have 2 wins on the season. But right now, Brendan Logano now trying to get around number 49, Kevin Jones, running 150 laps today. He's going to run the most out of any driver here today, even more than our late model stock drivers. And it might be knocked down to 149. As how fitting would that be here? 158 knocked down 149 as he's ranking number 49 car. But Brendan Logano using that speed as he's about to reach lap 60 here soon, bringing us to 20 to go. As the number 1 of Joey Kane just caught lap traffic, as he'll play a bigger role with Joey Kane because he's so much closer to everyone else. Vanish will with the rest of the pack. Other than Brendan Logano, I mean. So you can think Brendan Logano is already cleared about 5 cars here, as he's actually lapped everyone up to 10th. 5 cars lapped, so that means Joey Kane's going around the inside. Is this a smart move for him? I don't know, because Gary Cooper there in the 22 looks to be struggling here. As he did start on the outside, but it just looks like he's struggling here in the 22. To even stay in front of the 38 of Tyler Kuhn, who struggled all season to find speed in that number 38 machine. As this is actually huge for the points leaders. He's actually wanting to get as big of a lead in points as he can, because he's going to try and set the all-time points record here early on and try and hold on to that all-time points record here in the street stocks. And he said after the season moving up the late models, he didn't feel like this was a big enough challenge for him. He's already got like a 50-point lead, I think is something around there, 30 to 50 point lead over second. He didn't think this was challenging enough, so he's moving himself up into the late model division and going to try and work his way in there and hopefully have some more racing here. As I believe he finished top 5 in almost every race. He might be top 5 in like 8 out of the 10 races when we go look at his stats. But you can see Stacey Kuhn is catching up to Joey Kane. And later on in these races is when we really see that 83 start to pick up the pace here. As I think Brendan Logano is done lapping cars, as the rest of them are just starting to pull away from the number 1 machine, or number 60 machine. As Stacey Kuhn lapping number 38 of Tyler Cahoon. Side by side, Joey Kane actually he's trying to get past Gary Cooper here. Connor Hale did lose a position to AJ Smith, as AJ Smith is really fast here today. If he qualified better, I think that number 88 machine wins this race. As look how close he is to 30 Stacey Cahoon. or at least he puts up contention with the number 60 of Brandon Logano. But qualifying way in the back there in 7th and having to work his way through everyone is not quite good enough as Brandon Logano started on pole. He only had a little trouble early on as Stacy Kuhn will go to the outside of Tyler Kuhn now. Try to work his way around the outside there. As you can see, all the cars one lap down. Stacy Kuhn is not one of them. Tyler Kuhn is. Let's get on. Joey Kane pulled himself away far enough. There's 10 laps to go here at the line. Logano just hit 10 to go. But there is 10 to go for Stacy Kuhn, who has the number 80 of AJ Smith pulling up on him. AJ Smith looked really strong here early on in the season. He had a tough middle of the season. Like 2 to 3 races, maybe. I think it might have been 3 to 4 actually. Like 3 races in the middle of the season, he fell way off. Didn't have the pace that he needed in this season to keep up with the number 83 machine, as he was actually running up front with Stacy Kuhn early on in the season, and now later here on in the season we've noticed him up front more and more recently. He found pace back in that number 88 machine. Connor Hale also coming into the background here. And same with number 4, Denny Fincham. As Joey Kane's actually really getting the one car here. Even though the one's not battling with any lap traffic, not the one, the Brendan Logano isn't battling with any lap traffic, Joey Kane is still reeling him in slowly, as look how much he just cruises past all these cars, not glides. But it took Stacy Kuhn like a couple of laps to do that. By the time I start talking about the gap between Brendan Logano and Joey Kane, he was already past him while he was behind him before. As AJ Smith is at speed in that 88, and he'll be looking to reel in his number 83 here late on in this. And see up ahead, Zane Watson, Corey Elliott battling it out here in front of Brendan Logano, who I don't think is going to lap either one of them here. Joey Kane showed that he does have some speed in that car, and he'll be looking to use it next season, as he's just finding his ropes here this season, he said earlier on. As there's Stacy Kuhn looking for another top 3 finish on the season. Will AJ Smith be able to get there and deny it from him? As we come to 2 to go here for the race leader. Is he actually, no, he will not get by, I don't think. 2 to go here. As let's go jump up to the race lead. As there he is. As he's about to take a white flag here. White flag is out for the number 60 machine. Brendan Logano might be able to get one of these guys, but I think he's safe where he is. Brendan Logano will win the last race of the season. Second, Joey Kane. Third, Stacy Kuhn. Fourth, AJ Smith. Fifth, Connor Hale. Sixth, Denny Fincham. Seventh, Casey Emmerich. Eighth, Paul Thompson. Ninth will be Corey Elliott. 10th will be number 58 of Zane Watson. 11th goes to Ray Hamlin in the 15th. Kevin Jones in 49 finishes in 12th. 13th, Gary Cooper. 14th, Jamie Day. And running out of field in 15th is number 38 of Tyler Kuhn. So we'll be right back here with late model action and some updated stats on Stacy Cahoon. As let me just check in on 4 people in contention. There's only one way one of them wins it. Same with like another. There's really only 2 people that are in real contention. 2 of them can win it under very certain circumstances. Well, we'll see if those circumstances play out. But here, let's go and look at stats for Stacy Cahoon. He only had 4 wins on the season, 9 top 5s on the season. Only one race he did not finish inside the top 10, top 5, and that gets him 259 points. Just on the last one, it was only like 252, I think, or something like that. But 259 with only 4 wins is a lot more impressive than what Burger Joe did with his. Well, I'm not. Well, yeah, that's actually a lot more consistent, but impressive still, nonetheless. All 10 wins were done in the top 4. No driver only had 1 win this season, as we'll be actually right back here. He led 126 laps. That was only 20 more than Mario Logano. As, yeah. We'll be right back here with late models after qualifying. As here we are with our championship late model race. Starting on pole, got his win 2 weeks, his first career win 2 weeks ago. Number 13, Axel Benoit. To his outside is his little brother in the number 8, number 8. I can't even speak right now. His little brother in the number 8, Bauer Benoit. I don't know why I said 8 like 7 times. Your current points leader, 8 points ahead of second in points, number 77 of Matthew Duda. Ariana Sandy already out of chance for this one, starts in 4th in number 12. Ariel Benoit, 8 points back. Matthew Duda has the best chance out of the other 3 drivers other than Matthew Duda to win this one with the points distance. Hannah Santi, 17 points back from Matthew Duda, has a chance to win it. Matthew Duda has to finish dead last. Same with about Ariel Benoit, has to finish about dead last. For Hannah Santi to win this, actually no she doesn't. She has to finish outside top 10, I think. And then 26 Timmy Tommy is 15 points back, has the Matthew Duda finish in the last 2 positions. Jeff Gordon starts 8th in the number 24. Number 5 Otto Benoit starts 9th. 10th will be the number 61 Martin Cook. 28th Shot Hoffman 11th. Jamie Van Gisbergen starts 12th. 13th Chase Elliott. 14th Braxton Whisker. 15th Tyler Murray. As let's jump off with our leaders here to get green flag racing. Green flag's out and we're underway here at Southern National Motor Speedway. 400 laps. Never mind, it's just 50 laps. I guess I messed up on that. As I don't remember messing that up. But we're just gonna run 50 laps here. And sure, why not? This will not crown the champ. This will just be a fun one for these guys to get ready for the actual. I have no idea. You know what? We're gonna keep it like this. I messed up. Season got messed up a little bit. They'll start off the next season with 200 laps. There's actually got quite a big lead. Next season they'll have 2 100 lap races just to make it a little even to get their double race in. But this season we're not going to have that as Ariana Sandy moves her way up in the second. She's opening up the door for Ariel Benoit. If she can get past number 77 to Matthew Duda here. Matthew Duda will look to work his way around number 80 of Benoit. Without any luck to get to his outside. As right now Matthew Duda definitely holds the championship. If Ariel Benoit does not win this, Matthew Duda has to finish 9 spots behind her. So if she finishes second, Matthew Duda has to finish in 11th for her to win it. For them to tie, Matthew Duda has to finish 10th if she finishes second. So that tells you how close the battle is on points. I believe unless second in points gets 5 more. I don't remember. But something like that. As right now, Matthew Duda is actually pulling away with Barra Benoit and Ariana Santi. Ariel Benoit not able to keep pace with number 77 machine. As number 24 of Jeff Gordon running 6th right now. Got past Hannah Sandy and Timmy Tommy over on 7th and 8th. These two are battling right now for 3rd in the championship because I don't think either one of them wins it. Ariel Benoit, I think, has a chance to lose 2nd, has a chance to win it. So she has has the most pressure here. But Hannah Santi there will clear the number 26. As Matthew Duda got past number 8 of Barra Benoit. That puts him 2 more points up here. That puts him 10 points in these points lead here. As Alex is only looking for his 2nd win of the season. Ariana Santi as well. I'm probably going to say her name wrong for whatever reason. But the Santi sisters, 3 wins on the season, pretty impressive. The Benoit family has 4 wins on the season. 1 from Axel, 1 from Otto, and 2 from Ariel, I believe. Matthew Duda has 1 on the season. Timmy Tommy also has 1 on the season. So this race has been quite spread out as we just cycle through the cars here. Get a look at your favorite drivers. Axel only puts him. He's only a 2.5 ahead of Ariana Santi here. But that might be enough here as it's only 50 laps. I gotta definitely fix that for next season. I'm gonna have to put that in my notes. So we got a double as we got a 100 lapper to run. You know what, guys? We'll give you a little treat. And we'll start that season right off with 100 laps. Next season at Bristol Motor Speedway, actually. We're just gonna keep the same schedule. Bristol Motor Speedway for 100 laps will be exciting. We might switch out 1 track here or there. But pretty much same schedule starting at Bristol, ending at Southern National. As we saw how great the racing was between street stocks and mini stocks. Disappointed I didn't get this set up correctly, but I will get set up correctly next season for the late model division. As we just had technical difficulties all season with the late models. As Ariana Santi here and Matthew Duda clear. Byron only having his best run of the season right now. As he's found some speed in that car. As he's actually quite high in the points. For not having that many great runs, he must just be consistently inside the top 10. Like 7th or 8th. And some of these other drivers finishing outside the top 10 multiple races. Ariel Benoit holding on to 2nd place right now. Points. You can't beat Matthew Duda if you're not ahead of him. So, Ariel Benoit still sitting second. Third, Hannah Santi she's actually not third in points with, and we actually might have a tie in points if Timmy Thomas falls back one position, as I'll gain her 2 points over him. But if he stays right behind her, they'll be 1 point apart. As Timmy Thomas battling with Jeff Gordon right now for number 8 position. As much battling as Timmy Tommy can do, he wants to. Timmy Tommy's been inside the top 3 all season in points. Starting off with his win at Bristol. I think he did get another one later on in the season, I can't quite remember, but that Bristol win, he definitely got. That one also had some big damage to some cars, to the number 12 machine, and yeah, I believe it was the number 12 and 69 machine. Both the Santys, I believe, had problems in Bristol. But as you can see, he got past, and that's not looking good for Hannah Santi. She's going to need to find a way past another car now that he got clear. As Sean Hoffman here battling with Mark Cook in the 61. Over halfway done with this one. Martin Cook falling back a little bit as Otto Benoit coming through in the number 5. He struggled the second half of the season. He did pick up that win early on. I think it was at Langley. We're starting on pole is essential, but that track I think is going to go. Just because the racing is more one groove and not really, you can't really get a pass done there. So I think we're switching out Langley in this next season. As you can see, Otto Benoit here finds his way back up into this mix with these cars. He's looking for a top 10 in that number 5 machine, looking for his top 10. Cook trying to hold on to the top 10. He's actually done pretty good this season. I believe he's 7th-ish in points, as we'll actually see after this race. But I know the top 4 in points. I believe Axel Benoit's 5th, and he's going to hold on to that one. He actually might pass Timmy Tommy and Hannah Santi in points. He was just outside the cutoff, though, to win the championship. He's doing everything he can here late on in the season. Those first few races, the first section of the season, not going his way. Some races in the season just haven't gone good for this 13 team. Like last race, they started on pole. They're trying to go back to back to back here. If they just found speed at 5 flags, they would have done that. Most likely, as Ariana Santi trying to reel him in. Matthew Duda looking for 2nd place finish if he can get there. Axel Benoit might go to the outside here, follow number 87. This is actually not looking good for the 13 machine. He doesn't know which lane's rolling and which one's not, so he's just sticking to the bottom. As you can see there, he'll go to the outside. Braxton Whitaker now has Axel Benoit to his outside. Ariana Santi's going to go to the inside. As Axel Benoit way out wide there. Look at the run off the corner though. Axel Benoit will clear. Ariana Santi here. Now it's Matthew Duda right behind her. Hannah Santi did catch the 21 machine. This is actually looking a lot better for the 69. The more cars she can catch and get by. As I just saw that there in the background. Right there, as you can see, the cars are closer together. Axel Benoit now working on Tyler Murray as Santi getting around the number 51 machine. As now we'll put the pressure back on the number 13 machine to get around the 87. Will Matthew Duda be able to get to the outside of the 12? He's not going to be close enough to do it. Maybe he will. As Santi will slide up into the outside and hold off the number 2 position. As this is the best the car looked all season since her 1 win earlier on in the season, like race 6 of the season. As she is running up here with Axel Benoit, it's about the same pace, and Matthew Duda. who have found some wicked speed in the cars here to end the season, as they want to run more tracks like this. As there goes Sandy past lap traffic. Matthew Duda now looking to go past lap traffic as well. Once he gets clear of these lap traffic, unless there's contact with him that puts him in the wall, causes a caution, he's most likely going to keep that right there. As Matthew Duda, once he clears, should be good for the rest of the race. And we'll actually go check in on the number 69 and 21 battle. As without big contact, big damage for the 77 machine, I don't think he loses it now. Here's the 21 of Ariel Benoit battling with, or will be battling with the number 69 of Hannah Santi if she can get there. Hannah Santi's found pace though here. Looking fast for the number 69 machine. As we can't wait to see that number pink 69 back at it in the Super Late Models. One of the fan favorites out there. As Ariel Benoit in the Skittles, number 21, trying to do her best to work this car into a second place points finish, which right now she is already done. And that is it. The second place points battle. Matthew Doodle will win the championship because of the car's one lap down and him not being involved with the wreck. Axel only wins it. Second, Ariel Santi. Third, Matthew Duda. Fourth, Bauer Benoit is his best finish of the season. Fifth, Ariel Benoit. Sixth, Hannah Santi. Seventh, Timmy Tommy. Eighth, Jeff Gordon. Ninth, Sean Hoffman. 10th, Otto Benoit. 11th, Martin Cook. 12th is SVG. And running out of field in 13th is number 9, Chase Elliott. Zach Smiley and Chase Elliott were actually running pretty tight together early on in the season in points and everything else. Later on in the season, saw how that went. But Matthew Duda, your championship winner. As you can see the fireworks going off there. Big fireworks for this very last race of the season. But here we go. As we look at the final standings, Matthew Duda with a 10-point lead to finish the season over Ariel Benoit. With 229 points, this one is so much closer than anything else. Axel Benoit jumped Timmy Tommy and Hannah Santi for the number 3 position on points. His late season charge puts him in the top 3 in points. Timmy Tommy falls short by 5 points. Hannah Santi 5th, 1 point back of Timmy Tommy. Then there was a big drop off, 19 points to Tyler Murray, Bauer Benoit, Otto Benoit, Chase Elliott back another 6 points. Same with Jeff Gordon and Ariana Santi. Shane Van Gisbergen and Sean Hoffman, Shane Van Gisbergen. But no driver finished too far back. Martin Cook finished 61 back. He only had 1 top 5 though. Same with Sean Hoffman, but the 4 top 10s. Getting in that top 5 is what the key to winning these championships. The laps led to Matthew Duda 107, Hannah Santi 99, Axel Benoit 98, 50 for Ariana Santi, 50 for Otto Benoit. As those two led the race, they put it on pole. Ariana Santi lost the lead on one of them. She put on pole. 44 for Timmy Tommy. Ariel Benoit only 34 laps led. 15 for Sean Hoffman and 1 for Bauer Benoit. Bauer Benoit did lead one race. 1 lap in 1 race. As here's all your different winners. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different winners. Hannah Santee, Axel Matt Canuta all put up 2 wins on the season. Ariana Santee, Oliver Benoit, Timmy Tommy, and Ariel Benoit all with 1. As you can see, 6th, only 4 drivers in the top 10 without a win. 1 driver outside the top 10 had a win. Later on in the season picked up their pace. As let's actually go look at top 5s. This is a big factor to who wins championships. And like I said, top 5s are a huge key here. 7 top 5s for the number 77 machine of Matthew Duda. 9 top 10s. Axel Blunt was 6 top 5s, 8 top 10s. Hannah Santee 5 top 5s and 6 top 10s. Erin Benoit 5 top 5s, 8 top 10s. So when she finished in the top 10, she must have finished like 6th, while Axel Benoit finished like 8th or 10th or something. But yeah, let's look at who had the least amount of top 10s. Martin Cook only 4, 5 for Shane Van Gisbergen, and everyone else had 6 top 5s. Martin Cook and Sean Hoffman had 1 top 5, 2 for Braxton Whitaker, Shane Van Gisbergen, Ariana Santee, and Oliver Benoit. Both the drivers had 2 top 5s, one of them was a win, so once they find their speed in those cars, they should be good. As most poles on the season goes to Axel Benoit, Hannah Santee, and Ariana Santee. The Santees dominated the qualifying, but were not able to capitalize in the races. Hannah Santee was 1 short of 100 laps led. Same with Axel Benoit being 2 short. Only 1 driver went over 100 laps led. But the points is the key factor here. Not as much as the other 2 divisions. The other 2 are like at 150 in the 250s for points. These guys only had 230 as the highest driver. The last 2 champions that we saw were 250s. As like I promised you guys, we will get 2 100 lappers next season, as that will include Burger Joe and Stacy Kunis. They both moving up into the late model division, as Burger Joe just completely skipping over the street stock division. So thank you guys for watching. Super late model season starting here soon. Please subscribe and hit that like if you haven't already. And can't wait to see you guys next time we come out here.